All right, so what's going on, y'all? So listen, it's it's a reason why God says he uses foolishness to save his people, right? Because the peace, not a piece of this world, right? Not an understanding of this world. All the qualities and fruits of the spirit and the qualities that make God is not of this world. That's why when you exude those qualities, you are in this world, but you're not of the world. You cannot be. Now, gets me to the point of this short. I ran into a gentleman. I said, hey, man, he was called himself Goku or Yeshua or Yahweh. I'm like, I get it. I get it. I was like, oh, Yeshua. I'm like, oh, Jesus, huh? He said, yeah. Nobody noticed what I had on. He was like, oh, I see you got that Star of David on. I'm like, really? Now everybody thinks this guy is nuts. The people came to me. I was doing. I have a security company. I was doing security at a park that my cousin owns, and a gentleman, that I know, he came to me and he's just like, yeah, look at him, look at him. Now I didn't say anything, but I'm thinking like, yeah, look at him, trying to be his best self. Yeah, look at him. Same thing that I do. Yeah, that man crazy. He was doing muscle ups and one hand push ups, and he literally had his shirt off and he had his hair. I don't know if you guys watch Dragon Ball, but just like Goku. And I guess it's something really spiritual about Goku. I don't know. I never really looked into it. But anyway, let me get to the main point. I talked to the gentleman. He said he lives on the land, and he was like, "Man, I felt your vibration, man." And people that thought he was crazy, just like the Bible, if you really exude the qualities even of the Bible, literally, this is scientifically proven. You in the world, you are considered crazy. How do you have faith in something you can't see? That you can't see it. How the things that believing in the things that you can't see, you literally considered crazy. So, like I said, the point of the video is that's why God uses foolishness. We're here, even though we're not of the world. We live in a lot of different. It's a lot of different aspects of us and versions of us. Our mental state, our emotional body, our mental body, our physical body, our spiritual body. It's a lot of different um different. I can't think of the exact word, but you know what I'm talking about. So we have all of them for a reason, and we have to balance them. So when it comes to the world, when you say spiritual things, it's a foolishness. It's crazy. So you can't build a bond and really talk to somebody and really get to know them, because they're going to think you're nuts. So you can't walk around honestly like God all day. The point, see, this is the thing. You have to know, be still and know I am God. Be still and know I am God. However, if you study, this is my thing for my people that's really trying. No, you're not crazy. I know you're not crazy. But your mind is saying, it's so nice up here. And this vibration is so nice up here. Don't go back to that world. But it's a part of you that came to eat. It's a part of you that even some of the ego. Everything has a purpose. You just have to learn how to use it. And it's saying, we got some leftover business we need to take care of. And yeah, it might be a foolishness, but it's something you need to do. Look, anybody watching this that's a castaway, weird, all those things that make who I am. Trust me, I am too. Because you have to be. You have to stand out, not try to fit in. However, don't give your pearls to swine, y'all. What I mean by that is you have to learn, just like Christ, you have to learn how to operate in the world as well and use foolishness. Even though you know it's foolishness and you're aware, that's the thing, awareness of who you are. That's humbleness. That's how you really relate to people who need to hear what you have, but they can't get to it if you're way up here. Because if you're way up there, what? You can't look a man in his eye. Listen, tomorrow is the day I do my 3-day walk. David Goggins, that's a guy, like I said, and it's not a competition with him. It's me against me. But that's the only gentleman that I happen to see that I can really relate to, that just does crazy stuff because his spirit is telling him that aligns the mind, body, spirit, soul. Knows that's the source. Alignment of that is the source. Melchizedek puts you in proper alignment. That's the source of your energy. I can get in very high states, but I'm by myself when I do it. I'm telling y'all, do not, even if people will try to be polite, but they would go back, he's crazy. It's too much energy. You have to come down. You have to know, what does the elevator do, you guys? Does the elevator just go up? Does the elevator just stay at one level? See, Big G needs us to be elevators. An elevator goes down when it needs to. It goes up when it needs to. It does what the Big G needs it to do. We are elevators. That's how we elevate people. We can emotionalize with them on each level. But when you stay up here, you can't emotionalize with anybody. So you learn how to tap into all the cells. There's parts of you that's still going to cry. I'm telling you, I live this. Saying it's something I got to do too. It's something I got to do too. So although your information right on key, you tap into things, you make the elements move. Listen, I'm not going to say his name, but I seen it. He had a video of it. He's like, people don't think I can do this. I told him, I said, I never told nobody this. And y'all not going to believe me because you shouldn't. You crazy if you do believe me. I made it rain. I was upstairs. At this point in time, I was living with my grandmother. She was really sick. And my mother was here also. And I was upstairs. I was at a very high vibration. And I was just kind of beginning, but it was, about gatekeepers. And I felt something like, look, you have to go step by step and respect the gatekeepers. And there's certain steps you need to take. Now, I don't know if I broke some of those steps, but long story short, I was at a very high vibration and I said, I made it rain. And I looked out the window, it's raining. Then I made it stop. Then I made it start back. And I went downstairs to see, because something in my body told me, okay, it's this my consciousness that's doing it and making it visible. I went downstairs around my grandmother and my mother. I looked out the window, it wasn't raining. And went back upstairs, looked out my window, it was raining. Like I said, if you believe me, you are insane. Literally. But do you see but I can connect with you? I don't expect you to. I'm not going to go around, I made it rain. You throwing money, I'm making it rain. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that ain't nothing. I've had some very high spiritual experiences. But it's like when, well, this is now obviously not a short anymore, but it's like a Doubting Thomas. Like, okay, I need to see it, signs and wonders. But you get to a point where you no longer need signs and wonders. You know it's real, and you need yourself. You just need to find who yourself is. But long story short, when I'm by myself, see, that's when you have intimacy with the Big G. That's when you can exude all the qualities of the love, joy, peace, all that, the qualities of fruit and fruits of the spirit. You can come out and be the God that you know you are. But you have to know it's going to scare the world. The world can't handle that. You're not of this world anymore. Let me explain. God told us. When did God know us? Before we was in our mother's womb, before we got flesh and everything. Think about that. But that's when God say knew us. And said, we are gods, but we die like man. Meaning most people are unaware. So you already got that huge advantage. You are aware of something that maybe 0.1% of the world is aware of. You're separated. You made new. But you still got a job to do. So being aware of that, you start building whatever God, Christ said, well, who do you say I am? Whatever you want to say, Yahweh, Yeshua, whatever it is, Abba, Muhammad, whatever it is for you, that energy signature, you're aware of it and you're aware that you are, I am a God. And but to build that intimacy, you don't have sex with your wife with people around, do you? It's an intimate relationship of secrets in your secret place. where you're impregnated with ideas. You're impregnated with the details of your purpose and the few steps you need to take that you keep to yourself. You keep in your cells. Get what I'm saying? Your cell. That's true self. CELLPH. Because when you learn certain things inwardly, the kingdom is inside of you. Seek ye first the kingdom. See? They connect. So what are you seeking first? Inside. Bible tells you that. Say first seek the kingdom in his righteousness. Melchizedek, the king of righteousness, to put you in right standing. That's putting your mind, body, and soul in alignment. It happens by yourself. It's an intimate, very spiritual experience. And the more intimate you are, the more friendship you build, the more love that you build, and it's unconditional. And knowing you still gonna sin. This is the thing we still gonna make mistakes. Listen, that energy of the big G, the world is not ready for, because it's not enough people that can handle that type of energy. So unknowingly, you're actually doing more harm than good. But it's unconscious. Trust me, I get it. You like, I'm just being me. Yeah, it's mad. You like, I can't just be me. I know I'm a God. Why should I hide it? Like I say, hey, shine my light. Yeah, shine your light. But you have to, when you're in alignment, everything got a purpose. You have to, an elevator. So you know how to read your room. If you listen, write in, I'll help you do it. Because I lived there with you, where I'm just all the way up here. People couldn't relate to me. I didn't want to be around people because they lowered my vibration. I couldn't connect with them. But God said, I so loved the world, I sent my only son. A connected, we are the son, SUNs. It's not a sex. That the world might be saved. God don't like this world, not a respecter of man, but God loves it because what's in us. And God uses foolishness. So whatever color you are, whatever hood you grew up in, whatever things that you went through, you have to learn. Those are lessons. That's how you relate to people, your failures. You relate to people, you use them. Like Paul. He said, I don't care what you say you are. You say you're a Muslim. Hey, I'm a Muslim, brother. You say you this. Hey, I'm that, brother. He like, because I do this, because I want to build a relationship with them so I can introduce them to the big G's. So when did God say he knew you? Before you was in your mother's womb, and all this wasn't on us. And then when did God say, I don't know you? You say you did this in my name. You said you did that in my name. I'm going to say, I don't even know you. At the end. Alpha and the Omega, at the beginning and the end. So God knew you, told you what you needed to learn. Lessons, it's in there. We seeking peace, you guys. We seeking the kingdom, not heaven. There's several heavens, only one kingdom of heaven, if you want to say that. But you're seeking the kingdom. That's what I say. You seek the kingdom. And then it says seek peace and pursue it. Does not say you will ever catch it, because true peace, you cannot get it here. You get it when you have to believe that when you can transition with it, but you still seek it. And one thing that puts you at peace is being relatable. You don't have to like or be around somebody, but of all things, get understanding. When we learn ourselves, that's why we're so rich. We learn we have a piece of everybody in us. All the mistakes, that's what make it it's our failures. Like John Maxwell said, it's our failures and hurts and pains that actually really connects us. There was a guy, he was a personal trainer. And it was weird because I'm into fitness, and we never really talked, We talked maybe 5 minutes or whatever. And he worked with one of my cousins, worked with my sister, and I seen him often, but we never really talked. Today, anyway, I hadn't seen him in a while. I forgot how it came up, but he was telling me about his divorce. I said, man, this is crazy. I said, he said the last 5 years. I said, I had a marriage. last 5 years. He said he had a 2-year-old. Now, I didn't know this. He said it's a thing, this postpartum, they have, when the child turns around 2, they start acting crazy and they file for divorce. Now, women, nothing against that. I'm just saying I lived it. It doesn't matter. We're logical. The logic goes out the window. And I feel for y'all. I get it. But for our guys, just understand we're trying. But when a woman's mind is made up, it's made up. And like I told him, I said, bro, and we talked for an hour about our pain. That connected us. And I told him, I said, no matter how wrong it might seem or what she did let's say in a worldly sense, you just all the way right. But it's not even about, it doesn't matter. If that woman feels she's being mistreated, I don't care what that's her feelings. It's hers. You have to respect it. And vice versa. That's love, y'all. That's love. If a person says, okay, I'm offering you a job to pay $300 an hour, and you don't really have to do anything. The person says, she said, I'm going to turn it down. And they're like, why would you do that? That's crazy. Yeah, but it is. You can do this with the family. You have all these great reasons why she should accept it. But in her mind, she says it's not worth it. You got to respect it. That's love, y'all. That's why love, when they say the best things in life are free, yeah, okay. Anybody get married? Anybody, let me, hey, ask them, hey, what's that love free? Or that you have to work your ass off to build it for several years learning your mate. Ups, downs, wars, battles, love making, hate, all of it. Learning the love languages and all they learning you and just all this. Learn how to live with one another. Them things they do that irritate the hell out of you. It's just it's not free. You have to put in a lot of time. You have to pay attention because it costs. Attention costs. Oh, you're going to pay it one way or another. So you're going to pay attention to what you want and put your focus on it. You're going to pay it with your energy and your focus. Or you're going to just be unconscious of it. And life just going to happen to you. And you're going to what? Pay a cost. With what? Your way of living. Life going to get to life in. So I'm just saying that to say we both experienced it. We both was listening to one another. We both were like connecting on another level. Because, like I say, it's different planes. That's what I was looking for. All these different planes of existence. But we're here. It starts here. If you can't start a very high vibrational conversation and you're at level 12 of an elevator and someone's at level 3, they're going to think you're crazy because their consciousness is nowhere near there. That's why our pain go to level 1. Man, I've been through hell too in hot water. That's we all have. And that's how we connect. And when you connect with somebody, you're like, oh, I know this dude real. I feel it. He went through some of the same things I went through. I can feel his energy signature. He ain't lying. And you connect. And over time, conversations just get a little bigger, a little bigger, a little bigger, a little bigger. You're not going to agree with everything somebody says. So, conscious people are like, you value to that's love. You value to think whatever it is you want to think. It's literally your world. But to end this, I'm just saying, once you connect with them, slowly, everything you do is inch by inch, step by step. Where it's not, you can't notice it. Like when you try to lose weight, do you notice every pound you losing? No, it just happens over time, unseen. That's why that's what's real. Can't see it though, can you? So how crazy is that really? Like I said at the beginning, to believe in things you can't see. When you go to lose it, you really believe it. You can't see it though. And what happens? You keep doing it, you put in the faith and the works, and it happens. But like I say, fellas, I just want to nail this down. Learn how to be an elevator. That word sounds like, just going up, you elevating. No, an elevator goes where it needs to go. An elevator is a soldier. An elevator is a soldier in the army of God, what we came here to do. So yes, if it's me and him, I'll go up with you. I feel you. I've been there. Give me a sec. Let me do some deep breathing. Let me get some stuff. Yes, I can connect with you, brother, but majority cannot. So you learn the skill of elevation, true elevation, going where you need to go. The pain, you talking about pain that you went through and how you learned from it. You're building a connection that's unseen. And even if you're talking about rap videos, listening to rap or any, like I said, this foolishness, yes. But God already said, I'm going to use foolishness to save my people. So yeah, if you're watching some sports or whatever, look, eating some good food, whatever, listen, you do not have to be perfect. We was not sent here to be perfect. That's trying to live by the word. We will fail 100%. We accept, listen, serenity prayer. That's why I'm telling, listen to the serenity prayer. I'm talking to myself too, because I said I was going to do that every night. Now I have been listening to some spiritual stuff every night, but I forgot about the serenity prayer, which is not in the Bible, but you know it's deep and it's true. Changing the thing, just if I can't change it, give me the power to deal with it. And what I can change, give me the power to change. Anyway, don't ever let nobody call y'all crazy. I'm ended at this. I got y'all back. If you want to have any questions, listen, I got you. But I don't have a million followers. I don't have millions of dollars and all this stuff that make people say, oh, that's somebody I can listen to. Because on a physical level, he's mastered it. So they can say anything. So it might not even be really accurate spiritual stuff, but people listen. But see, it's the people, it's the solitaries and the elite that will make it. It's already said it will make it to the kingdom because we're from there. I always wonder, I'm like, why am I in 1 week I lost my job, my girl, my car, and my house. And that's not the first time it happened. And I think it's like the third or fourth over a period of years. And I knew, I was like, okay, it's the things I was putting. It was precede me from the big G, precede me from the kingdom. It say, if you think heaven, where the birds dwell, do the etymology of the word heaven, said the birds will precede you, telling you, don't be looking to go to heaven. You're trying to make it to the kingdom and have a kingdom mindset. Have your thoughts like God's thoughts, and then have the ways that God has. But at the same time, being able to be an elevator and use foolishness to save the world. So when you got to go in, like you say, I'm going in. Because you in the world. So when you in it, do what you got to do. When you come out of it, wash all of it off. But I'm not of this world. Know who you of. Go back to your secret place. Wash all of it off, all the foolishness. Do some stretching, do whatever, some deep breathing. Get right back where you need to go. Then get you some rest. Be still. And know that you got, no matter how much foolishness you did in that world, be still and know who you are. Because when you take that last breath, that's the last word. That's the living word. It's the breath of God, the breath of life. And when you take that's how I said the last word. Big G had the last word. That last breath, I'm telling you, that breath gonna come back with you. That breath gonna say, you know that you are God. But you were humble. It's Jesus say, I was a peasant and I'm a king at the same time. Because that's humbleness. To be humble enough to say, I will be, just like, what's that movie with Eddie Murphy? You know what I'm talking about. That movie with Eddie Murphy when he was a prince and a king or whatever. Coming to America. He's sweeping floors and people like, you don't seem like you listening to Nietzsche and these Greek philosophers, you can, quote things like that. You just don't seem like your average McDonald's worker. Yeah, that's people, whatever I do, they'd be like, you just don't fit in. You just don't seem like, because I'm going to do it with excellence. But I'm going to humble myself and say, this job is not beneath me. Because it's the foolishness where I'm going to use to connect with people. I'm here for a reason. So if I feel like, I don't know why I'm even doing this, but I'm going to do it. But when I go back, home, I know who I am. I don't have to walk around talking in the spirit like this and then walk around like the king that I know I am. Oh, I can do it. Trust and believe me. I can vibrate very high. However, I learned how to do that. That 3-day walk, I'm going to prove something. I know I'm not, hey, listen, I'm not your average man, dude. I know I'm a God, but I'm so humble. I'm going to be whatever the big G need me to be when the big G need me to be it. I'm not beneath that. That's why Christ washed some of the disciples' feet, because he was letting them know I'm not beneath that. Not nobody above me and nobody below me. You look at a man, you look at him eye to eye. When you look at a guy, you look at it eye to eye. When you look at the sun, so I can stare at the sun all day, it doesn't do anything to me. Eye to eye. But this eye to eye. So yeah, I'm gonna end like this, y'all. No, yeah, you know who you are. And like I said, I gotta give you one more applause. Because it's not enough people, because you don't get a cookie and a sticker for learning that you got. It's not enough because the world doesn't value that. And people don't take value in what the world doesn't value. So you have to learn to value yourself. That's knowing your worth. You know your value. You learn something that's worth more than rubies and gold. Worth more than a man can't live on bread alone. Worth any amount. To say, what is it to gain the world? You could worth more than gaining the whole world. You got it. You know it. Don't get no sticky or no sticker or no cookie. That's why also you're not notice the brain, how the brain works, how you have the reptilian part of your brain that tries to keep you comfortable, the mammalian part of your brain that will work like a beast, but still needs a pat on the head and a pat and kiss on the cheek and a pat on your ass to be acknowledged. And then you have the neocortex, like Neo in the movie, the one. Neo, you changed around, the one. That's the thinking brain. That's the brain that's going to be aligned. You know how to use all of them, though. Everything, intricate detail in you. Everything is you, and you know you have to learn how to use it to get aligned in alignment. That's right standing. Melchizedek made Christ high priest. That's how we become high priest. We learn that what you learned it's like it's no words for it. It's the biggest thing that you can actually learn here. You got it. And it's like when you know it. Know I'm God. Say be still. Don't say and think. Don't say and have faith. Be still and have faith. No, say be still and know it. And know it. Stillness is peace. And it passes all understanding. Everybody cannot understand it. When you go to a place of peace, that's meditation at the 0 point. 0 is what gets no acknowledgement. Most infinite number in the world, but what that one? Just like Neo. So you might figure out something and you say, okay, but you still forget the 0 point field. That's your daddy. That's your mama. That's the big, that is the big one. Not little G. We little G's. That's the big one. Said, be still. Let me give you a little, hey, like I said, let me give you a little game. Let me put you on game. Be still. Tell you something, son. Let me tell you what you need to do. And also let me remind you, I'm walking with you. You just don't see it. So just like Jacob, when he was wrestling for his blessing, said he faced God face to face in a land called Peniel, our land. Said, confess your sins to God, and God from heaven will heal what? Your land. So that tells you right there, it's talking about we are a land. We are a tribe. Our bodies, all of it. Listen, we are the temples of God. He said your land. So it could not be anything physical. So when Jacob said he seen, some versions say God, some versions say an angel, say seeing God face to face. Who is the God of this world? It's Lucifer. It's a fact. He's no longer going against little demons or whatever you might want to call it. So he was going after the big one, not the big G. I'm talking about the big whatever you want to call it. Face to face battle. And people, you in a battle that you don't even know. So listen, you know something that you know you in a battle. But you gonna always go to peace. You know what's with you. Don't skip 0 point. Don't skip stillness. Because you know what? A very vibrational person is a 1. You can go up so high in vibration, but you forgetting what makes you a top 10. And you going in alone. You understand what I'm saying? You're not elevating. You don't know how to go down and up, down and up. And then Lucifer will beat you. He will use what you know against you to make people, hey, crazy. He this, he that. No. Your secret place. That's your secret. You can share it with people like me, like-minded people, your tribe. Don't share your jewels. I'm telling y'all, with the world, they can't understand it. And it will do more harm than good. Do you understand? That's why it says God's energy. This is another reason why I know when Jacob, he was having a battle with himself. Face to face with God, himself. That's who he was having a battle with. Like, that's our battle. It's us against us. To try to get our thoughts and our ways twisted. We have to, just like that movie with Michael B. Jordan, you have to welcome that in. You have all the power. But you have to learn the little tricks. So you vibrating so high, they're like, I'm going to go below you. But when you vibrating every level and you in alignment with all the versions of you and their purpose, because they all got a purpose, just like the ego got a purpose. Everything, cholesterol, fat, everything. They say people that fat's so bad. No, fat is not bad for you. You have to know how to use it. That's the problem. And we throw, just like our problems, we throw them away. We say, no, that's a bad. Cholesterol is bad. Fat is bad. You just don't know how to use it. Just like our junk DNA. They call it junk, scientists, because they don't know what it does, because it's above their pay grade. But it's a treasure. We learn how to use it. I can tap into it. So yeah. But why would I tap into so much of it? Think about it. Use all this energy to share it with somebody who don't really care to hear it. And actually just gonna call you crazy. That doesn't make much sense now, does it? So what do? Quietness, stillness. I keep it quiet. Yeah, I shine my light when I need to. God said, I give you what you need, not what you want. So at some point, what is it that you want while you feel you got to vibrate like that? Make sure it's from a place of complete love. Because when you have complete love, it's unconditional. And even though you might not understand something, you're going to love it and say, you know what? It's a way, I'm telling you, you can relate to it. But sometimes you don't even want to. You don't even think about it. That's why I'm bringing this video out. It's parts of you that you probably hid when you found out who you were and you stopped thinking about it. You need to get those parts back. Learn the lessons from it. Why? Why am I black? Why am I a melanated individual? What's my purpose of that? Why am I in where exactly where I am? Why you ask questions and you get the right answers. And when you become the right student, the right teacher will appear. I already was told that I will teach great people. But it wasn't because of I'm just so great or so, fluent and all this. No, it's because of my humbleness. People say, you don't supposed to be humble. Do you know, you ever look at my, yes, I do. But what humble is weak, is this, is that. That's why the meek shall inherit the earth. I said, I don't want the earth. It's going to perish. God said, but the people that's in it, it's your inheritance because I'm in them. Deep, ain't it? Meekness. People thinking you weak. You coming off like this. People, you start getting the eye like, who is he? What is he? I'm going to be what you need me to be. Just like my daddy and my mama taught me, taught me well. Raised me right. You get it? Being raised by your spiritual parents, your spiritual tribe, raised right in right standing. What y'all need, not what y'all want. I know what this world wants. Want somebody with millions and cars, or somebody, that just got it all together. Well, I'm going to give you a secret. None of us have it all together. None of us. So we can drop that. But when you can say, oh, he doing this from his basement. He got 39 followers that you just don't, I don't, even if they don't ever look at it, it's a reason that they clicked in. Trust me, I get it. And I appreciate it. But any of those 39 or anybody else that can look past what they think or what the world has programmed them to say, well, this is we should listen to. See, that's why the greatest things were going to be told where people, it's the narrow gate. Think about that. Think about it. If it was easy, everybody would do it. So if it was somebody with millions and all this, and they giving, the big G giving them all this information, they just taking it because it's easy. That's not the way the big G works. I told you the best things in life are not free. You gonna work. Oh, you gonna work. You gonna get stuff taken from you. You gonna get your ass whooped. And you gonna learn how to appreciate small things. I play that song all the time by LMA, the little things. The little things. Somebody told me once, they said, yeah, we got to learn to appreciate the little things like breath. Breath, that's a little thing. Then I thought about it, I said, they right, because breath's so humble. When you lose your breath, that's it. But you think of that as small, because your breath, the breath of life is just like the number 0. It has to work through us. We're going to be the one. But we don't recognize that deep breath, what the spirit, what that is, what you breathe in. You don't even recognize what it is. Looking face to face. When we see each other, say, how can you say you love me, a God you've never seen? And you don't love the neighbors you see every day, and you don't see, it's saying, yeah, it's not saying that you don't see God. No, it's saying you don't understand what that is, because how can you know what you don't know? You don't care to know it right now. I know what it's saying. Saying that ye not tell you was God's. Those are your brothers and sisters. And they have the hidden treasure in them. That's why you can serve them. Because if you serve them, you're actually serving yourself. If you ever really live, think about it. When do you feel fulfilled? Yeah, it's good getting stuff. I like getting stuff. But it only lasts the law of sustainment. It's the law of familiarity. Look those up. Because after a while, it's like, I really don't do what they need to do. Just like people. Because we really don't learn them. We learn what excited us about them. But that goes away. Y'all, listen. We all connect. That's why I'm here. Because I can connect up here where people think these people crazy. I'm looking at this guy like, this dude, woo, I need to connect. But without people around, because they're going to bring down our energy. But see, he's not able to recognize that because he's too high in the sky. But I see for him. That's what God does. God said, I'll be your lips. I'll be your words. I'll be your eyes. I'll be your ears to hear. I'll be your legs to walk. I'll be your arms to reach. That's what I need to be. You understand those characteristics? So, I'm going to end like this, y'all. Connection and peace. Humbleness. When you figure out what it means, people are like, oh, being humble, yeah. Well, I'm past your understanding what humbleness is. I'm talking about a spiritual humble. It's not a humbleness of the world. Keep your secret place, your treasure. If it's rob or say, if you know a thief coming, you want to have your treasure just like this? Here, take it. Nah, you keep a treasure in a secret, sacred place. And when you share that treasure, like this, like these videos, never expected millions to tune in. Sometimes nobody tunes in, but a while I look at it and I'll be like, man, this is exactly what I needed to hear. It's myself. Because it's no longer about acknowledgement. It's about fulfillment, atonement, alignment, and peppermints. Now I'm talking. But I had to say a little bit. But no, listen, that's what it's about, y'all. No more. We can no longer do it for people saying, I know it feels beautiful when you're learning and you just going up and up and you're like, oh my God. But you know, it's just like power. I'm telling you, you can get got. Lucifer is listen, you know, power is a drug. That's a form of power. And I've been there. And you would think your awareness is nothing wrong with this. You getting high. Where do you think the word getting high comes from? You're still not sober minded. When you get too high spiritually, here you're not sober minded. You high. You high. Come down. Be still. Know it's God talking to you. How can you now relate to what you need to relate? And sometimes some people, maybe it's a tribe you need to build and seclude yourself. Maybe it is. But only you can tell yourself that. But I'm telling you, stop telling your treasures. Stop giving your treasures to swine. Now, that's not calling people bad. It's just saying they're not ready. They're not paying attention. But you still can connect with them because they're important. They are literally your reflections. They're your neighbors. And what's the golden rule? Love yourself and love your neighbor. Because you are. You came from a place of oneness and we're going back there. That's peace. You have to learn to relate to your neighbors. You know, they all have purpose. So the ones that's considered bad, see, that's duality. No. It's just a oneness. It's different spectrums, just like us. We have the ability, because we have decisions, to go all the way to one spectrum, let's say a negative, or all the way to another spectrum, a positive, but it's still us. We have to recognize that. Whatever people decide is still a part of them, a treasure that's in them. And when enough treasures come out, that's when you start changing the whole vibration of the world. That's bringing heaven down to earth. Yeah, you in heaven. But we going to the kingdom, baby. It's several heavens. Lucifer is in the seventh one. He came, remember, he had to ask for permission. That's what they got. Hey, look, you had to ask for permission. So yeah, if you in heaven, get you some, build your treasures in heaven. Don't let nobody get to them. Don't let a thief steal them. Keep them to yourself. Keep it sacred. Secret is sacred. But then once you do that, come on back down. Talk to your boy. Kick it with me. Let's talk about some other things. And when we need to go back up and get our money, get our treasure that we stored, we put it in our spiritual bank account. It's there when we need it. But don't spend it when you just want it for no freaking reason. Just like spending, I'm talking to myself, like spending money here when you don't need it for nothing. That's giving your treasures to swine. These things that you're saying, you're so high, you don't understand. You're giving out sacred secrets. And people are calling you crazy for it. You're giving out things that's worth more than rubies. But if a person doesn't see it that way, it's worth nothing. What I mean, gold is very expensive. But if a person, let's say, grew up somewhere and they don't know what the rock, no, I don't want that rock of gold. To them, their minds, a person thinking of their heart, so they are, it's worth nothing. Do you know our melanin? Go on Google. Tap in melanin versus gold. It's worth more than gold. Our melanin is what we're worth more than gold physically. Not even talking about a spiritual thing or a metaphysical thing. I'm talking about physically. Our melanation is worth more than gold. So what does God have to do? Make us forget. We the lost tribe. We have to go to a place where if we just came in knowing that, it's too easy. See, this is simple. Simple and easy, not the same thing. That's why I say if it was easy, everybody would do it. So when people, it was a pastor, a Caucasian pastor, and he was saying, see, he was like, they the lost tribe, they the chosen people, they're the chosen ones. And this congregation was looking, but he was like, they just don't care. Yeah. They're like, if you see they put money in my pocket, I got work, I got bills, I got kids. I'm lifing. But if you can't relate to that, for all things get understanding. You didn't get understanding of it. You can't relate. I can. I can relate to both of y'all. I can relate to saying, screw this job. It's not about to take all my time. I'm going to learn all these intricate details that makes me. And I know it's going to take, if I had the rest of my life, I could even learn how powerful I am. That's how powerful we are. Then it's the other part that's like, look, nah, we got bills, we got kids, we got things to do. If you want to do that, you're going to have to do some things that suck for a minute and build a business. But listen, we got the deal. Hey, we got stuff to do. I understand that. I don't go duality. Well, one got to be right, one got to be wrong, even if I relate to one more than the other. No. That's duality. I don't deal in duality. I learned, okay, we got to take care of some business physically. All them planes, we got to take care of some business. Our spirit crying out, we got to take care of some spiritual things. So we got to go into the spiritual realm by ourselves. Unless it's something that you're doing. Listen, you always going to go by yourself for a minute, but something with your tribe. I'm going to end with this. The disciples asked Christ, they said, why do you tell us the things of the kingdom plainly, but you give parables to the world? And Christ told them, for the kingdom of God is given to you. They earned it. They walked with them. They paid the price. They paid attention. The world wanted what was easy. Look, I ain't got time for it, but just tell me. Just tell me the truth of life. You got 2 minutes to do it. That's the world's mindset. Or put on some Jeezy, let's get some drinks and let's party. But I've been there too. I feel you, bro. Let's do some foolishness. Sound crazy, but I'm telling you, it's how it works. You an elevator, but you still you. It's not change. It's not being fake. It's parts and versions of you, but you're aware of them now. You're conscious. And like I said, you paid the price. The disciples paid the price. So Christ gave parables about like farming, things that they could understand. You get it? Christ was an elevator. He hung with sinners. You get it? Because we sinners, we sin. Before we learned all this, we were sinners. That's how we connect with them. Not saying, oh, we'll go out and do crazy. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying don't be uncomfortable because people are doing things that your butt used to do. And you got to hang around them. But you should be able to have a conversation with your neighbor now, shouldn't you? But let's be honest. That's like a religious mind. Like, they beneath me. Hey, they just need to come in and get saved. No, you need to get saved. That person can help you just like you can help them. That's what people don't understand. Don't get too big for your draws. You don't know exactly what's in them or their purpose just because it's dormant right now. And you might be the one to bring it out. That's why I love that song. I need you. You need me. We all part of God's army. Starts off saying, now don't act all sedity now. Don't act like you too good now. I might just be your miracle. I might be exactly what you need. But when you're too high, you won't even see it. And I'm going to tell the people that's low, listen, you better go to your secret place. Because if you're too low, you might miss what you need. So stop calling people crazy. They're just very high vibrations. Very high. And you know the difference between a real psycho and somebody that's very highly vibrational. Got to be full though, y'all. Fullness is every level, it's in alignment. We all know who we are at every intricate detail. Your body talks to you. Learn how to listen to it. You have the breath of life. That's what aligns you to the parts of the spirit. Know that. Know how to connect to it. Know epigenetics. Dr. Bruce Lipton is an expert on it. Those are above genetics. Those are our heavenly genes. So we already can experience heaven. Says bring heaven down to earth. So people, please stop saying, oh, they sinning. They saying you experience heaven on earth. Your Bible says it. I say your Bible for a reason. Your Bible says bring heaven down to earth. That's our job. Because this earth and the heaven above it shall pass away. But it's going to pass. It's going to pass away. What is it passing away to? A new one? Paradise? What is it passing to? When you pass, will you know it? Said already happened, but you don't realize it. Your perception. Christ is talking about your perception. You can have a whole new world right now if you truly can believe and have a perception of it. As a person believeth in their heart, so they are. But if you have a high price perception, and even though it's accurate, don't leave other things that's you that also have a perspective. You have a lot of yous, and you just forget about them. Don't forget about no part of your body. Thank every part. Say the unconscious parts that we don't even know of. Thank you. Because all of it is here to assist you. But you have how can you know what you don't know? Because that's what we are at the end of the day. We're awareness. And you try to be aware of as much of your purpose and who you are as you possibly can. And you learn how to use it. How can you get good at something if you don't use it? I relate to people. Good at it. Used to use it to get what I wanted. Now I use it to get what they need. Ask the spirit what they need. They need to laugh right now. Every time people go, do you know Jesus? That people be like, look, like you coming at me. You don't even know me. Do you know Jesus? I promise you probably don't. But I say I commend you for coming, giving this out. Even if you're doing it just to be seen, whatever, you're still doing something. Commend you for that. Our neighbors, y'all. And all those parts teach us how to connect. We're transformers. We can connect with that. But when we need an energy so powerful, we can connect with like minds. All intricate details of us. So if you really want to be high, when you tap into it, you get even higher. And I stay humble because I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Just like the Big G, zero. It's nothing and everything at the same time. Do you know why that is? Because when you're still, Muhammad Ali knew this. When he said, I'm about to hit your hand, you're not even going to see it. The guy put his hands up. He didn't move. He said, see, I told you. The guy said, what? He didn't move. He gave you a nugget and you might not have the thing to see it. He was saying, when you're still, you're moving fast at the fastest vibration you can possibly move. Because what? I'm going to give you a peace that passes understanding. Peace moves so fast, people can't understand it or see it. That's death, baby. That's why people scared of it. They don't understand it. You get to know it. White is black. Death is life. Don't be scared. Only be literally scared. Why? Of the Big G, because you can seek peace, but it's a part. You say it's a part of 10% that you don't know. So you have to what? Put your hands down and be like, I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna have faith in you. That's the only fear. I don't know what's gonna happen. I am a little afraid. That's why when John dropped to his knees as dead, not dead, as dead, he still had the breath of life in him. He said, fear not. That's why God say, because what happens when you fear something? It come upon you. Yeah, that's the key, y'all. Fear the Big G. You're going to get the picture. You get it? That's why God say fear. Because when you see him, he going to teach you. No, not the world. He's going to teach. Fear not, for I am your God. But if you hide that fear and don't believe we're fearfully and wonderfully made, if you hide it, what's going to happen? Like most people, they hide it. Everybody want to just be great. I ain't mad at you. But why try to be something you already are? Harder thing is to be humble. See, because we say we being humble and we doing them a favor. We trying to save people. No, you're saving yourself. That's why God doesn't know you. When he say you heal this person in your name, heal that. No, you're healing yourself. You're doing this all for you. You everything and you're nothing at the same time. When you're at the big, you're moving so damn fast, people can't even see it. And you're doing it all for yourself. You're not saving nobody. Only the Christ within the revealer can save somebody. Who do you think? That's not your job. So when you say, you heal this person in my name, you heal that person in my name, I don't work that way. You don't even know how I work. Your thoughts not my thoughts. Your ways not your ways. Therefore, your energy signature is not my God's. Only know God's. Big G only knows the little G stuff that with the same energy signature. So you saying you save people in my name. Christ always said when somebody, they said Christ gave them a hope and they touched his garment and they say, I'm saved. He said, it's your faith that saved you. Daddy said, I gave you everything you need. And I'm with you in this valley. I'm with you. And it's all for us. Love yourself. And when you truly love yourself, you see, you're like, wow, I'm doing all this for me. They are you. All those problems that was inside, they are you, buddy. They're those problems. And that when you overcome them, you don't have to come trying to hunt them down to teach them. No, you're not a teacher. It's only one teacher. It's only one revealer. Your job is your vibration in the living word that you speak and how you exude it from the elevation that's needed. They capture it and they say, you know what? I had a revelation. Yeah, you tell somebody something, they like, they don't even listen, even though you're giving them accurate, good information. Might even save their life. They don't listen to me. Well, who the hell are you? Your job is to deliver it. I'm guilty. I'm talking to myself. Then they come back. Well, they either might say, oh, you were so right. Or they might even hear it from somebody else. A lot of times that happens. They can't hear it from you. Okay, so what? Law of familiarity. A prophet is never welcomed in their hometown because you want acknowledgement. Heal this person in my name. I heal. Nah, we healing ourselves. We're here to heal ourselves. We're one. When you help somebody, you help yourself. But you won't realize it because it's too fast for you to realize you're everything and you're nothing. You're everything and you're nothing at the exact same time. The Alpha and the Omega, you have to combine them and be in the now. That's our present. You have to know when to be nothing. You have to know when to be your everything. Because you still, and you know, I'm God. I'm God. I'm good. I'm good. But it's things that need to be healed. And I know I'm going to learn and get them. Who got them? Your neighbor. Who got what you need? Your neighbor. But when you go against it, that's why separation so big. Yeah, melanated people, we got it. And it's going to happen because it's natural for us to be leaders of the land. That's why we went through so much. Had to earn it. Oh, we paying up. We still paying it. That's one of the, see, to take back over my melanated great indigenous peoples, we have to pay a hell of a price because we was given paradise. And what happens? That's a principle that you should have learned by now. If somebody just gives you something, Give you paradise. You're going to take it for granted. Look at him. He said, well, he still was. He's like, okay, I'm going to give you this. Animals to make you happy. I'm still not happy. I'm going to give you this to make you happy. I'm still not happy. I'm going to give you a woman to make you happy. Well, this woman you sent did this. It was given to him. But when you got to fight like hell, literally like hell, and you get it, ain't nothing taking that away from you. Because you was made so strong. So melanated people, listen, but it's not a fight. It's not by strength, literally. It's not by might. We ain't not fucking marching. This is mental warfare. It's about getting our minds right. Fuck a reparation. Somebody asked me, they said, and he cool, he a good guy. He was like, how you feel about reparations? I said, who turned it down on a one level? I'm like, who turned it down free money? But I said, it's still not going to do nothing. Most of them just going to spend it. I'm speaking to myself too. I'm being real. I'm being truthful. Spirit and truth. I'm being truthful because that's how I relate. And when I get past it, okay. But I still can understand people who do it. So anyway, I'm just going to spend it. It's no. But what do we do with the other money? I said, it's our mindset that we need to focus on. Oh, you sound crazy. I said, okay. Hey, you welcome to your, don't nobody offend me. Probably make me mad. I'm not going to lie. But for the most part, I'm saying if you're not just attempting to pick, I'm not offended by it. You have an opinion. That's okay. That's what we're here for. So it makes us beautiful because you have what I need. But if I disagree with you, like I said, it's a mindset. But I'm still going to listen to what you said. I'm going to digest it and see how it feels in my gut. And if it's not there, I'm spitting it out. That's why I think a little bit before I speak. Said it's a mindset. So yeah, a physical part of me gonna be, you better, hey, hell yeah, I want some free money. Why so many millionaires kill themselves though? Why so many people that get money, they just blow it? And actually, sometimes it becomes more of a hindrance. So people are, oh, you preaching that money is the root of all evil crap. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Preaching truth. If you are money. I told you, our melanin is worth more than gold. But we still need Fetty too, right? So your mindset tells you the tool of how you use it. But if you don't get that, so it's for what? It's a waste of time. It's probably just it's a distraction. That's why the devil is the king of what? Comfortability. It's gonna make you comfortable for a minute and it's distract you from things you probably need to do. So like I say, on a lower level, yeah, give me free money. On a higher level, your higher self, let's be real. It's like, come on now. No, we going after mindset. Focus, focus, focus. Seek ye first the kingdom and his righteousness. Not my boy Melchizedek. And these things will be added to you. You get the right mindset, it automatically attracts. You want some women, they're going to be attracted. You want some money? But if you put it and let it precede you from the kingdom, it will be taken. That is one big principle I just gave y'all. So you have to literally put God above everything you do. 0. That's your halo. You can get multiple ones. Anything one number come before it, 1 to 9. But anything that comes after, them zeros come after, potential are the zeros that's inwardly. When you execute knowledge, zeros that come before a number is knowledge. It's potential dormant energy that's not being exuded. When it comes after the number, that's action. That's the love language of the universe. Doesn't matter if you're ready. Doesn't matter. Listen, I live this, and I still mess up with it. But hey, life. When it comes after though, what? It magnifies it. Magnifies it. Your halo is that 0. That's your halo. I'm tired right now. I got 3 days ahead of me. 300. I said I'm gonna do it 1 mile for each Spartan. Them 300 Spartans said he coming with 300. Sometimes it's for my people again, power vibrations. Yeah, they can call you crazy. Be like, well, for what? You do you crazy, you this, you that. But once you do it, they can't deny. Ain't no real, nah. Like Jordan, we scored them 63 on the Celtics. They was like, that wasn't a man coming. That was God. That's when you got to come like a God. When it's your spirit calling you to do something, don't have to make sense. It's a battle against you and you, saying, can you, for me personally, I always been into fitness. I always could never put it all on the table because sometimes it offended people, or I didn't want people to feel like I was bragging. Screw what people think. My spirit ready for it. And people gonna be like, ain't no man can do no 3 days. Yeah, you damn right, because I'm coming like the little G I am. I'm coming as God. I'm using mind, body, spirit, every alignment of myself in cells. I'm using everything because I know that's the source. My energy, I've done it. I mastered breathing, but talk is cheap. What did I say? The universe love language is action. Tomorrow I'm about that action. And you will never be able to deny to say, okay, he a little different. He a little different. Yeah, you call me crazy. I've been called crazy. And now I'm just quiet. I'm gonna let my actions do the talking. That's what let your actions do the talking. After I'm finished, y'all, I'll let y'all know how it went, okay? You know what I'm about to say. Shalom and love, y'all.